Hey, welcome to the Narrative Mindset. This is GT. Hope everybody's doing okay. I was thinking today, on my way home from work, I was thinking today, I have a lot of friends and they're on Facebook and other websites and things of that nature. And, I look at them and, they're real popular. They're some of my friends with everybody. My brother, he's got a lot of friends or whatever, real likable person. All these people are real likable and real friendly, yada, yada, yada. And I see them online and I see them, with their, always taking pictures here and there, doing whatever. And they're hanging out here and they're hanging out there, going to these, barbecues or whatever, hangout spots, whatever. And I look at them, and don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on them or anything. I look at it and I think about how I used to be that person. I used to be one of those people that was in that crowd that I got up to go over a friend's house and we would hang out and we'd drink beer and we would, we'd have a good time. Don't get me wrong. They were good people. But now that I've come to the point that I'm at right now, where every move I make is intentional. Every move I make has a purpose. When I get up with the intention of going to work. When I get off work, I get off work with the intention of going home and eating healthy and doing my podcast. I quit doing my podcast at a certain time or whatever with the intention of going to bed, doing it all over again. And, a few other things. I may play the lottery with the intention of winning. But everything I do now has a purpose. And I pattern the whole thing after people like D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, people like that, famous people that stay booked because the motivation that I'm getting from all of them, and it's pretty much all a good percentage of famous people, because what I get from them is they don't allow access to them to anybody. The people that have access to them, they're friends with everybody. They're friends with a lot of people, and you see them hang out. But if you ever notice, when they hang out, they're hanging out, they're doing a business deal. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Method Man and Redman, they're, friends till the end. But when they hang out, they're doing a video. When they hang out, they're doing, doing a show or something like that. And they may have some, chop it up a little bit, whatever. But every move that they make has a purpose. And that's the motivation that I get from a lot of celebrities. Every move you make, at least in my opinion, every move that you make should be a purpose, because you can't get that time back. So that's why I look back on where I used to be. And like I said, I'm not saying that these are bad people or whatever. Some people are really likable, real friendly, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But when I look back, I reflect on the person I used to be, and I see the person that I am now. And I operate my life right now with intention, because my intention is to be greater tomorrow than I was today. That's my intention. So that's the way I operate my life. And I prefer to take advice from people like D.L. Hughley. He said once, hey, a man that can dance, he got too much time on his hands. He's a person that I aspire to be like. So therefore, I take something that he says very seriously. Hey, that's it for this episode of the Narrative Mindset Podcast. If you like this episode, leave a comment, and follow the podcast and help this podcast grow. Hey, have a good one.